What's going on, YouTube? This is Brian with the Team Noble Plays, and I've got another deck profile for you. This time it's going to be Trickstars. Just to throw this out there, this deck is not done. This is what I have right now. It is a work in progress. This is what I've come up with. If you guys have any ideas, tips, hints, tricks, whatever, please leave a comment down below. Alright, so let me go ahead and get started. Let me go right into the deck and then I'll show you what I'm running. Bear in mind, it is not done. Let's do this. So I'm running 3 of the staple Trickstar Candina for the search. Yeah, so normal summoned, search, and then when your opponent activates a spell or something, she gets to burn for 200, you know. And oh, by the way, I'm running the burn version of the Trickstars, okay? And this is just what I have for now. Again, leave a comment if you have like any ideas. So 3 of the Lycris. So I run 3 Candina, 3 Lycris, and I run 1 of the Lilybell. Lilybell she's earned her spot in this deck, but I don't run a 1, and I don't want to see more than 1. And I run Triple Honest because it's majority light deck, and Honest is at 3, so the reason for not running 3 Honest is, well, there isn't one. Then I run 2 Eater of Millions. It's Eater. He's been showboating a lot recently, and he's good to be splashed in any deck, and with my build for the Trickstars, the extra deck's really not important, so it doesn't hurt me at all to banish 5 from the extra deck to special summon him. And it's just something for the opponent to try and work around while I can build my resources back up. And excuse my voice, guys. Then I run 1 Santa Claus instead of a Kaiju, and the reason I run the Santa Claus is because I can special summon it to their side of the field, and on the end phase they draw a card, which allows me to burn if I have Lycris. And the other thing is his attack is only 1200, and that's super weak. Like almost literally all of my Trickstars can get over him except for Lilybell, who can get over him anyways by attacking directly. So really good in this deck if you're running the burn version. Then obviously Max C, because 1, I like to draw when my opponent special summons, and 2, I like to burn when my opponent draws with the Lycris. So Max C is too good in this deck. It's really good. Max C is too good in every deck. That was it for the monsters. Now on to the spells. We have 3 Light Stage. The backbone of the deck, by far best card, in my opinion. It searches for a Trickstar monster, which sets up your plays. It can search for your Candina, which can then search for your Lycris or your reincarnation, which is too good. And then the other effect, which I love, is you can I'm sorry, there's 3 effects, but the second effect, which I love, is you can target a set spell or trap, and your opponent cannot activate it. They either have to activate it then, or right then and there, or during the end phase, which is too good. It saves your monsters from like a warning or a strike or anything like that. Third effect is if your Trickstar monster inflicts battle or effect damage to your opponent, inflict 200 damage to him, so it stacks that damage. So it's really, really good for eating away at the opponent's life points. Then to search for the light stage, we run 3 Terraforming, which is pretty much staple when you're running any kind of field spell. 3 Terraforming. And for draw power, Pot of Desires. I ran 1 and then wished I saw another one, so I ran 2, and then wished I could see 1 more, so I ran 3. And I'm liking it at 3 because all I have to do is set myself up, set my graveyard up, whatever, and then Pot of Desires for the win. Usually just drawing into my combo pieces past turn and then burn the opponent to death. Contract with Dawn 1000. I run 2 of it. Both players lose 1,000 life points when this is activated, and then they draw a card. So if you have your Lycris, you're burning your opponent. Well, not really burning, but your opponent's losing 1,000 life points, and then they're going to burn for the card that they drew, and that card is revealed. It's really good in the deck, and it lets you draw, you know, a card at the cost of 1,000 life points, which isn't really too bothersome. Then I only run 1 Dark Room of Nightmare. I may consider bumping it up to 2 because I am running the burn build. But really, it just gets popped or something because the opponent just doesn't want to deal with it because it's a hassle. But Dark Room is really, really fun to play, and it's nice to see an older card like this come back into the limelight. Yeah. Then for the last spell, Raigeki. In case it's a big board that I don't want to see or I can't get over, I just nuke it. Then onto the traps. We run Reincarnation. Cube Trap of the deck. It's got two amazing effects, really. Banish your opponent's entire hand, and then they draw the same number of cards. And you can banish this card from the graveyard, target one Trickstar monster in your graveyard and special summon. And the cool thing is it's not one of those, oh, you can only do one of the either effect once per turn, whatever. You can literally activate the Reincarnation, banish your opponent's entire hand, then they draw or whatever, and then you can still banish it the same turn you activated it to special summon another Trickstar or a Trickstar from the graveyard. It's too good. It creates field presence, and it gets rid of troublesome hands and burns your opponent with the Licorice effect of whenever they draw, you burn them for 200. Another draw card is Disturbance Strategy. I had it at 3. I like it at 2. I may bump it back up to 3, but right now I don't see the need. Disturbance Strategy, your opponent shuffles their entire hand in the deck and then draws the same number of cards. So this one shuffles back into the deck, so it's not too bad. I do run 2 of that. Then I run 2 side effects. And honestly, I do not see this deck, or this card, I'm sorry, being ran in any other deck. It is not really beneficial to let your opponent draw, but in this deck is good because then you're going to burn your opponent. And most of my opponents, when they see this card, they're like, oh, I'm only going to draw 1, which is fine because you just increased my life points by 2,000. So if they draw 3, you gain 2,000 life points for each card that they drew, so a maximum number of 6,000 life points. And then your opponent's going to draw 3, and if you have Lycris and Light Stage on the field, you're burning them for 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 1,200 life points, which isn't too bad. So, yeah, pretty good. And then, of course, if you have Dark Room, you're just doing a lot of burn damage, which is super fun. Again, and it's not the most consistent deck, but it is extremely fun. Present card, I don't like to see more than this. I do like to play this as like I'll start off my chain with this, and then chain Reincarnation, chain Disturbance Strategy, chain, and my last chain is always the side effects to get them to draw that extra card. So I let them draw all those cards over and over, and then the very last card to resolve is the present card to set their hand back to 5. So because I don't want them to banish or shuffle and then they draw 7 again. I like the present card because it'll make them discard and then draw 5, which is good in case I don't win or I don't beat them right then and there. For negations, I'm running, wait here, Recall. It's like Solemn Strike minus the fact that you pay 1,500 life points. Sorry, Solemn Strike. But you don't pay 1,500 life points. You negate an activation of a monster effect, just a monster effect. Negates the activation, destroys it, and then your opponent draws a card for the burn, and it's counter track, which is beautiful. So again, just maximizing the ability to let your opponent draw and burn through Lycris's effect is basically the goal of the deck. Then I run 2 Dark Bribes to stop spell and trap cards that my opponent controls, obviously. And what that does is it negates it and destroys it and then lets them draw a card. And then for the final trap of the deck, Solemn Warning. Stopping my opponent from being able to special. It really game changer. That's it for the main deck. And going on to the extra deck. That can't be edited out. My bad, guys. Going on to the extra deck, we have a Proxy Dragon. And like I said, I do not go into the extra deck very often, if ever. But I do run a Proxy Dragon. I run a Black Catback. She's been in my extra deck for a good maybe 2 months now, month and a half. I've never brought her out. Ever. Never had the need. Maybe when Trickstars turn into a link spam or something, I might start using it, but as of right now, never needed it. Have it, don't need it. Then I run 1 Trickstar Holly Angel. Again, have never summoned this card. And I'm going to go ahead and warn you that you're going to see things in this extra deck that are not needed. So I'm going to show you like fillers and things like that. So just be prepared. And then last useful card I may go into in the extra deck is Decode Talker. And that's maybe might go into the extra deck. Maybe might go into that. Then I run a Link Bumper. Again, it's a filler. It's not actually used. X-Crawler Qualiarch. Sometimes I'll let my opponent see like a couple of cards in the extra deck and they're like, oh, I know what he's running. No, you don't. No, you don't. Oh, I do want to go ahead and apologize for having dropped my camera again, guys. I'm sick. I'm not feeling good. Yeah, it's whatever. But anyways, Utopic Zexal, because who's not gonna freak out a little bit when they see Zexal? Again, this is just to mess with the opponent. So I'll throw some of these like in the front of my extra deck whenever I'm opening up my deck box, and they're gonna be thinking, "Oh, I know what he's using." DDD Wave High King Caesar. I don't even think DDD's actually run this guy, but I do. White Aura Dolphin. Again, why? Assault Blackwing, right? Kai or whatever, the Rain Shower, it's whatever. Yeah, like I said, like the last couple cards in this extra deck I don't really use. White Aura Whale. I just took like whatever I had shiny that was just randomly in my stuff and threw it in. Dark End Dragon. DDD guy, the Gust High King Alexander. Stardust Cypher Divine. And this. Natis, I think that's how you say it. I'm not sure, but that's it. That's it for the extra deck. Again, I run 4 actual cards in my extra deck that I actually use, and then the rest of the cards are just random things, you know, and it can be whatever you want. That's it for what I have so far. If you guys have any hints or anything like that, please leave a comment at the bottom. I'd really love to see what you guys think and what you would probably do instead. But that's it from me today. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you leave a like and a subscribe. Share the video. Get the word out. And I will see you guys again. I'll have more deck profiles and things like that coming. It's been a hectic week, so I do apologize for all the late videos coming out. Alright, catch you guys later.